cookies.
Yep,
One.
we're live. Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the south-afrifur podcast. You're listening to the not so sultry, not so sweet, not so anything
Dulcet.
voice of Ivic Wolf.
We're looking for the word dulcet.
Yeah, what? Dulcet.
Yeah.
And we have Leeward in from Cape Town.
Hello.
The place that Scratch also resides from.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Leeward. It's actually kind of interesting. This is like what the first time that Leeward is speaking to at least maybe 80, maybe 100 people.
If we're lucky.
If anything, the stats that have been sent through from furry.fm,
Mm-hmm.
like we have around about a 160 person like listener rate.
That's pretty cool.
If we have 80
Joking,
people who are
right?
listening, yeah, that if we have 80 people on the like direct stream off of furry.fm, then there's at least double the amount listening to it from other means.
That's pretty
And then,
cool.
of course, you've got that like 15 to 20 people that are listening to us on the first stream side as well. So yeah, lots of people. Yay! I made her nervous.
Okay, let's just say this. We've had
Yeah.
Uncle Kage on before who brought in quite a few listeners, right? And
Yeah, this is true.
yeah, and we haven't had a single complaint or bitch at anything really. So yeah, either the people listening to us are very like chill about it, or there's no one listening. Either way, you're good.
Okay, I'll take that as a good sign.
It is.
It's the best sign. Any case, so Leeward, residing in Cape Town, how's the weather actually? I've been checking. I've heard that it's like been very, very cold down there all of a sudden.
No.
Well, I'm actually not in Cape Town itself, so yeah.
Well, where are you at?
Well, I stay in Stellenbosch, which is like
Oh, yeah.
quite a bit far away. So the weather's similar, but not quite the same.
It's hot
It's
today.
40 k's away from Cape Town.
Yeah.
But there's, yeah, I suppose.
What?
But yeah, it's hot as hell today, though.
It's literally 40 k's away from Cape Town. That is literally the distance between Pretoria Part 1 and Pretoria Part 2, which is Joburg.
Pretoria Part 1 and 2.
Because they're literally one city now. Midrand in the middle between everything is literally just part of the conglomerate. Also, I think last time I checked, if in the next 20 or so years, if building continues, South Africa and Africa will have one super city, which is literally the Gauteng, like pretty much everything in Gauteng.
What classifies as super city?
Over like I think 70 million people, more than that, I don't know.
Okay. We'll see if that happens.
Yeah. And apparently Leeward sounds just how omnivore had believed. Probably more than that, Raccoon. I don't know.
What does that
I'm
mean?
spitballing.
I don't know.
I don't know what that means either. Apparently Stargazing says that the stream has begun. It says offline here.
Does it?
Maybe
Uh,
us.
There's sometimes a delay between when it actually starts and when the stream starts.
Yeah, sorry. Well, there's usually, it's only
Refresh
just
page.
10 seconds, though. Like, everything seems fine here. No drop
Slower
frames.
today.
We're live. I mean, I'm testing a new setup. That's why stuff might be looking and or sounding a little bit different. But, yeah, it shouldn't be an issue.
Cool. And yeah, apparently omnivore says that you apparently sound smart. Hello.
Aww. I'm smart.
And we forgot to say that Scratch is also on this call.
Oh, well,
But I mean, I'm pretty
Again.
sure that you've introduced yourself.
like I have a choice. Again.
Nom. I like that word. It's one of my favorites.
Om nom nom.
Nom, yeah. Any case, so Leeward, talking about the weather now, moving forward towards the fact that but Stellenbosch literally is 40 k's away from Cape Town, and honestly, like a lot of the time, like it's like I think the distance between Stellenbosch and the rest of Belleville, which is technically part of Cape Town, because I think if you look at the library is a part of the city of Cape Town.
Well, yeah, but there's enough of a distance for the different geography to make the weather patterns different. I mean, we're in a valley basin, so it's the air doesn't circulate as well, so it tends to be hotter and more humid around here.
That it is actually, and it's like sort of up against the Joostenburg range, and that can also cause some phenomena.
Okay, so I actually have an update on that entire idea of the super city.
Yeah.
Apparently, Asbjorn saw an article that says within the next decade they may rename the municipal district to Jotoria.
Dude.
And it's based on population growth.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That sounds really.
Yeah, Jotoria.
I don't know if it sounds silly or not, because it's such a. That seriously sounds like the expansion area for the new World of Warcraft expansion, like the new map area that's opening up.
Look,
it sounds very fantasy.
In all honesty, like what are we supposed to do with Cape Town? Is it eventually gonna call itself like Capeville, since Durbanville and Belleville are so close by, or do you want to call it Cape Bosch?
Dude, Durbanville, Bell, Bosch, everything is eventually just gonna meld into one thing. So, like, who knows?
Yeah.
Like, I legitimately don't know. Eventually, it's probably just gonna be the greater Cape Town, or maybe it goes up to Cape City.
Yeah, Cape City. Wow. Why don't they just downgrade and just call it Cape Hovel?
Cape Village.
Cape Village.
Cape Settlement.
But there is actually a village. Yeah, there's a village in Cape Town. Yeah, like that's that. No, but that's not a village, is it? There's the what's it? The Greenpoint.
Greenpoint Village.
What's that? Yeah, Greenpoint Village. Which really isn't a village. It's just like, I don't know. Like, it doesn't even look like anybody lives in that area. Like, especially in that like circle. Like, it's this just a mall. I don't understand how Cape Town still exists sometimes. Like, the only way that you guys can build is upwards.
Well, upwards and outwards. Like, we're surrounded on two sides by water, and the rest is just like either seafront property or moving into Durbanville. Like, that is our choice. And basically, Durbanville is slowly gentrifying just because of the fact that, like, everything is moving here because it's just like a little bit cheaper and a little bit more of town.
Yeah, true. What is it? Tox mentioned Kwa Cape, Pre-Hannesburg, Stellis Natal.
Fontaine.
Fontaine, yeah. The Berg. Yeah. So Leeward has been working on her digitigrade legs. Could you tell us a little bit more about that? Maybe just sort of talk us through the
mechanics
building process. Exactly, yeah, the mechanics. How exactly do you walk in them? Is it like walking on like stilts or what?
Okay, well, I made two sets. My first prototype was actually quite lengthy to build. The idea behind it is that, well, for me, the inspiration was that when you look at comparative anatomy between the skeletons of various animals and humans, you can actually see that the bones are pretty much identical, just in different shapes. So if you look at an ungulate's leg, it's basically, you just imagine a human leg with a very, very long foot and a hoof instead of toes. So that was my idea. I just said, hey, what if I make my feet longer? And going from there, just built a stilt that's essentially just a long foot. And I thought to myself, okay, I'm obviously going to need extra muscles to lift that thing because my feet aren't that huge and made of wood. So I attached not a knee brace, but a calf brace that would basically just act as a supplementary muscle that would help hold it together. So that first prototype I made, it was made out of wood. It was pretty heavy and clunky, but you could walk in it without support at all. It takes some getting used to, but it's doable.
Is it like walking on high heels?
No, it's nothing like walking on high heels. It
Uh-huh.
It's basically like walking on your toes, bending forwards like a velociraptor.
Oh.
Okay, so in other words, it's exactly like walking in high heels.
No, walking in high heels, you're like very, very upright and prim and proper and all that. No,
So
that
like Velociraptor.
pretty much, yeah, like just velociraptor pose.
Because I mean, and the reason why I say that is because when I see women who aren't necessarily very used to wearing high heels, and they walk around, they literally have that gait. Like if they had their hands up in front of them, they do that little weird side to side bob thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's kind of creepy watching that happen. And I don't condone or don't necessarily like the idea of high heels to begin with. And especially if it's somebody who's wearing high heels for their entire day. It literally shortens your Achilles heel.
Yeah, shortens your tendon.
Yeah, exactly. It's a unnatural strain.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that first prototype was fairly difficult to walk with, but doable. But the major downside was that they were very heavy,
Mm-hmm.
and they were pretty big, so quite cumbersome. So my second design is actually a lot smaller, and those you basically walk in like you would in high heels, except there's no heel.
Okay. Oh,
So
okay.
it's like walking on tiptoes. Well, no, walking on the ball of your foot.
How's walking upstairs? Have you tested that yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't actually finished my second prototype, but they do work. I haven't, as in I finished them structurally and I've tried walking in them, but I haven't finished the outside. So it just looks like a bunch of PVC tubes right now.
Okay.
And that's
So
what
is
it's
it
made
more-
of,
is it
I'm
lighter
assuming.
now?
Yeah, it's made of PVC tubing and a few other things.
This is
Yeah,
that's yeah. Go
sort
ahead.
of like a platform shoe.
Yeah, I would imagine that's sort of the dare I say the consensus, or at least the most approachable model. Like, you can go all out and do the whole like what were those things they used to have? It was for one of the opening ceremonies we had here, where the people in those like Springbok outfits would just like bounce on these springy stilts. Those were cool.
Oh, those
Oh yeah,
things,
the power risers.
Yeah, those things. I'm assuming that would be like the
Those are really cool.
yeah, like the better way to go.
the non-springy version of it.
Mm.
Yeah, that's actually something I considered in my design because if you look at it from a structural perspective and you just look at where the spring goes, you could actually sort of interpret that as a digitigrade stance, but it doesn't move the same way because you typically don't bend your knees in those unless you're running with them. But when you're jumping, you hold your knees straight, otherwise you're going to hurt yourself.
Mm.
It's funny how Raven somehow read my mind somewhere along the way.
Which is?
Oh, great. Ready 3-0. Never mind. Moving on from that. It's like rawr, rawr, Raven, rawr. Rawr, rawr, Raven, rawr. Oh,
Okay.
Ooh, Banta.
Banta.
Any case, jeez. On a scale of like, how long does it actually take you to make those?
Not long at all, but that depends how busy I am because when I really get down to it and work on them, in theory, I could make a set in like a week, a few days. But yeah, obviously it took me quite a lot longer because when I did my first prototype, I was still in university.
Now, I mean, a lot of people on the forum kind of know why you chose a cow as your, and that's actually the one thing that we need to tell the international for is that she's actually a cow, which is one of the reasons why she's making the stilts. Pretty much. I'm sorry. I'm dying. Any case, so she is wow. I'm not blanking on this. I'm just like, my mind has decided to trigger something in me that happened like a while back. In Cape Town, I had a friend. Her name was Michaela.
Yep.
and I used to go to youth with her when I was in grade 8.
I remember
And
her.
the one day she asked me, like, what do you think? What do you think my spirit animal should be? And I looked at
Oh
her and I
dear.
said, like, I'll call you Bessie because you're a cow. And she chased
Wow.
me around at one point. She sat on me.
Yeah.
She literally sat on me, and I was kind of like down. I couldn't say sorry because the thing is that, like I said, you know what? She's a really, really nice person, and like she seems fairly docile, and just like I don't know. I think that cows contemplate the universe rather than just sit and eat grass.
Yeah, well, they're a lot more intelligent than you'd think at
Yeah.
first glance.
Hmm.
hmm
So
I'm in
it's
agreement.
And
I'm. Yeah, I just the Lamaran sketch keeps popping into my head every time I see cows.
which sketch is that?
and every other time I see cows.
uh, the- he had this one sketch about like uh, the only reason we have farmers is to kill cows. Uh, because if we didn't do,
All right.
yeah, because if we didn't eat cows, they'd just like they'd multiply and they'd be everywhere, like in the library, bumping into you the whole time. And like what people really want are squirrels, but they're far too quick. It was an old
Mhm.
Delamaran sketch from like I can't remember which
Big lumbering
stupid
stupid
things.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then again, Delamaran is known for over exaggerating. I mean, it's his
Yeah.
key thing. I fucking love that about him though. I'm still super miffed that I didn't get to see his show when he was here. It was dumb of me not to do that. Anywho, moving along swiftly.
Yes. So why did you choose a cow?
Okay, well, when I first joined the fandom, I wasn't sure what to choose, so I kind of went with a placeholder. Um, and I've always been told, even as a kid, that I really, really fit into my star sign stereotype, which is the
Taurus.
stubborn Taurus.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm not sure whether that was a self-fulfilling prophecy or not, but I'll probably never know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I decided to go with that, and then as I read more and more into what I should make my persona, I realized, okay, well, actually, cows are a lot more intelligent than most people think, and they're patient, and yeah, they just have a lot of values to them, either literally or symbolically linked to them that are actually important to me. And
Uh-huh.
actually, an odd coincidence is that before I joined, I was also into World of Warcraft, and I was
Mm-hmm.
always playing Tauren characters because I really love the lore behind their culture.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
that's
like the way they
something.
look in spolders. Like they make
They,
the males have the best freaking shoulder wear because their shoulders are like a fifth of their body.
massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah, and
yeah.
apparently I heard that in one of the uh, betas or some early release of WoW, uh, they had a weapon resize. Like if you had a weapon, it would resize to the build size of your character. So if you had a gnome, a sword would look fairly small. If you had a tauren, it would look massive.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually had to take that out because on some swords it would actually go through the floor when the character sat down because it was so huge.
Nice.
Sheesh.
Mm. Yeah, and even the differences in mounts, like some of the universal mounts you can get, um, like this,
Yeah,
the difference between like a gnome's mount, it's like, let's say it would be a wolf or something, it's like the size of a large dog, but for a tauren, it's like the
yeah,
size of a freaking beetle.
yeah, like a chihuahua. And
Yeah.
I actually get that when the first time I got a wyvern flying mount,
Mhm.
I thought to myself, how can this thing fly with a massive cow on its back?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just physics defying.
That's
I
basically
mean,
what it is. Yeah.
suspension of disbelief aside, how could it possibly carry that without magic?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. You said basically it's just magic most likely, but whatever.
It's
Yeah.
always magic.
Always magic.
Maybe Taurens are lighter than they look.
Quick question, sort
Yeah,
of.
I mean, maybe
Yeah.
Tauren. Sorry?
No, go ahead. Go. We're still on this topic. Maybe Tauren or?
Okay, I would say maybe Tauren rogues are real and they're just so good you never see them.
Yeah. They're
Tauren
everywhere but
rogues.
nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Just imagine like this thing just. Why are there no Tauren in the or maybe I'm just being stupid here. There were Tauren in the WoW trailer, right? No.
No, I don't believe
I'm
so.
actually not sure.
I doubt it because the thing
Was there a
is,
Tauren?
um,
I think it was a Tauren.
I don't believe
I
so.
think there was one.
But
So,
remember
so
the
there is a question from
Yeah.
Stargazing Serpent here. If a Tauren eats beef, is that cannibalism?
Well, Taurens aren't cows, so I wouldn't say so. Because actually, if you look at Taurens, you can see that they do have upper front teeth, which is something that real cows don't have. And also they have protruding sharp canines, which is also typical of predators. So,
killer cows.
yeah. Judging by their teeth, they are not cows. They just look like cows.
They're half human. Tauren. Minotaur, tiny Minotaur, tiny Minotaur. Any case. So Scratch, you had a quick question?
How into costume design are you? Is it just this part, or you made your own fursuit, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I want to talk to
y-
you afterwards, like offline, about possibly sourcing a certain material that I am loath to find.
Okay.
EVA foam. You know of it?
EVA foam.
Yes.
Yeah, that's craft foam, isn't it?
I don't think it's the same thing. It's a little bit stiffer. Like, it's the stuff that safety mats are made of.
Oh, that stuff. I actually don't know. I know you can find similar types of foam in fabric shops and upholstery places,
No, where do you find your
but
stuff?
well, I actually used upholstery foam.
Okay.
Uh, um, well, I actually got that second hand because my parents had recently gotten a doggy bed, and the dog, being a dog, ripped the thing to pieces, exposing the foam on the insides, and they didn't know what to do with this massive half-torn lump of foam. So I just
score.
said, hey, I need that. I want it.
Nice. Score. Alright, cool. Well, I'll keep looking then. Damn it.
Speaking of Minotaurs, Scratches, or maybe you'd actually be better to answer this question. In Stellenbosch on the Roy Plain, there used to be a statue there. Which was it was a guy with like a cow skull or something on his head.
Oh, one of those art sculpture things.
Yeah.
Are those things still there, or
They are.
Not the last time I was there.
They are in certain places in Stellenbosch still, but I don't think they're as prominent as they used to be.
I still remember the one on the Roy Plain, like, was sitting in a very sort of exposed position.
And people were bitching about it.
Yeah. Like, oh my god, it's the first time that I've ever seen one of those. What even? Oh, the humanity! I come from a very Christian home.
Yeah.
It's the devil! I only showered with my dad every now and again. Any case.
Wow. That took a turn for the absolute grossest. Anyhow.
Woo!
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. People are oddly freaking British around Stellenbosch for some dumb reason.
Yeah. Hey? What looks like a spray bottle? Oh. Why? Oh, right. Apparently I need to have a spray bottle, so every single time I do something like that, I get sprayed.
Yeah, you need that positive reinforcement to, like, stop you doing dumb shit.
That's not positive reinforcement, that's negative reinforcement.
Yeah, apologies, negative
Whenever you
reinforcement.
do what?
Whenever he completely derails the conversation like he did half a minute ago.
Oh, okay.
I was segueing properly. It was a proper segue.
Was it truly?
Now I'm just imagining Ivek on a Segway machine, like. No.
No, that would be so much fun. I will chase after all of my enemies. And possibly just whack them across the head with a wiffle bat.
Yeah.
Hi ho, Silver! Away! and then I'll like flip around and like fall over, and then I don't know, dislocate my shoulder again.
Yeah, again. That
Very random things happen to me at fur meets.
because you do random shit. Like
If
things.
not,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, things don't gravitate to me. I just make it gravitate.
yeah.
Torn pants, dislocated shoulder.
Yeah.
Um, oh yeah, Doge and I played chicken once. That
Mhm.
we ran towards one another, and I actually pulled out a little bit, and he kept going.
Mhm.
Literally, it was like it was like one of those little comic movements, or like one of those things that you would see in Tom and Jerry, where literally he rammed into me. My glasses actually flew off of my face and floated to where I used to be, and just sort of like fell to the ground from.
Yeah. I've had something similar. I was literally tackled out of my shoes once. That was funny.
Nice.
Alcohol
Were
was
you wearing
involved.
flip-flops or?
No, shoes like
Of
sneakers.
course, alcohol was always involved. Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that was the thing that happened.
So, is there anything else on your suit that you would like to sort of talk about, like maybe the head?
Yeah, actually, um, while I was making my head, I actually wasn't sure whether I wanted 2D eyes or taxidermy style eyes. So I actually did a lot of reading into the fursuit head making, and actually came up with an idea to make a compromise between the two, which is a taxidermy style eye that has the 3D effect you find in glass eyes, but you can actually see out of it.
Ooh.
So it's a rather unique thing in that you can see through it like Toonie eyes, but it looks 3D like real eyes.
How'd you manage that?
With a lot of patience and glue.
Okay.
That sounds like a drug addiction, like right from the beginning. Patience and glue. It's the only thing that kept me.
It's like-
Yeah, no, by far the most used tool in that workshop is the glue gun. I've used millions of glue sticks for it.
I can completely
Nice.
imagine. And
Like, is that sort of like rubbery glue, or?
no,
No, it heats up. It goes soft when you heat it, and it sticks. And then once it's gone cold, it sticks together. It's hard again, which makes it ideal for gluing foam together because it goes into the crevices.
yeah, and then
Ah.
then as soon as it settles, it just like completely crunches up. What was that noise?
What was what noise?
Something pinged on my.
Scratches your house haunted. Like,
No, something pinged on my PC. I keep hearing like freaking sounds coming out of nowhere. I'm going
Okay,
mad. I'm
stop
losing
playing
my
Pong.
I'm losing my shit. Okay. I think we're okay
Just
now.
as long as you keep that in the bathroom, that's fine.
yeah. Apparently the yeah.
What?
That's interesting.
What's wrong?
The this is exactly what I was thinking. So I'm glad that I'm not the only person who was thinking this. But that entire story about your glue gun and so on.
Yeah.
Yeah. The chat has gone crazy with the fact that it's so sexual. Like it goes into crevices. Like it's hard when it starts, and then you heat it up and it goes soft
Oh.
again, and then it like hardens up when it's cold. Dude, I'm not the person who look. I was thinking it. I wasn't gonna say anything about it, but they said something about it.
So you feel you have to kowtow to their level?
Of course, they're
Yeah.
our
I
audience.
think you
Yeah, I
guys can
suppose.
literally hear me going red right now.
Feel,
Oh my
like,
god, she's
I-
going so red. You can hear the color.
I can hear the rush of blood through the mic. Lol. Ow.
Don't know what that is. Speaking of which, that kind of reminds me of that thing from Teletubbies. That specific sound. Do you remember the vacuum?
No. No. God damn it. Please don't ever bring up Teletubbies in my presence again.
Well, I mean, there's another thing that I should never bring up in your presence ever,
There are quite a few
and
by
it's
now.
like literally the first thing that's.
Yeah. There's a few. So.
He's got a fursuit.
What?
He's got a fursuit.
Who? What?
You don't want me to mention his name. Kanye
What?
West.
Mm,
Kanye West is a first.
What? Since
Yes.
when?
don't,
It's a while back, actually.
don't. That's just fuck. Yeah, just go look it up. Just fucking asshole.
Yeah, just have a look for it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Kanye West has his own fursuit. What does he call it?
I don't know. I stopped caring. Like literally, I stopped paying attention to it because
Dropout
it's,
Bear.
yes, that one.
Yes, Dropout
Okay.
Bear.
Yeah, I stopped paying attention to it because it's not worth my time.
Yep. Any case, so moving on from there.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. So you guys have been doing a couple of things, or there have been a couple of events down in Cape Town that Scratch
Mhm.
somehow very, very easily seems to like pave over most of the time. So let's talk about what's happening
Well,
around the
It's
Cape
something.
Town.
It's something along the
furry
scale
scene.
of going away for a weekend like you guys do. That's the thing. I pave over it because it looks weak sauce by comparison. Unfortunately.
Yeah,
So
pretty
what do you
much. I
guys
mean,
think of you
have
guys?
camps.
Yeah,
Say
we
again,
do.
Leeward?
We had, what was it, 20 people at the last camp?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, the last fur meet went to was a braai, so that shows the difference in scale.
Mm.
Well, we go to Bry's as well. Like we had a Bry
Yeah,
this
but you
month.
guys have a braai like every month.
Yeah, because it's just become the thing. A person has a house, he's got a Bry area, and the Bry happens.
Mhm.
Well, we
Nope.
just
Yeah,
don't
and
have
always
that person here.
Yeah.
Scratch.
I have a house, but it's not large enough for 20 people. Like I can maybe host 10 if I'm
Uh,
lucky.
what was it? You guys live in a duplex, right?
No, townhouse.
Yeah.
Is that a duplex? I don't know the terminology for it.
Like, do you have a lounge in the bottom and your bedrooms are at the top?
One bedroom is at the top. It's a loft. The rest are at the bottom.
Okay, cool. But I mean, but then again, your lounge is pretty big. You guys have a yard, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, there we go. You can literally like, and that's the one thing that Victor does quite well, is that I mean, like his lounge area and his yard, we utilize both of them. The Bry's outside, we tend to annoy the neighbors once a month, and that's about it. And the neighbors seem to be
Hmm.
okay with it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Believe me, if Keldon comes, if Yukon comes along, not that everybody just knows him as Keldon now as well, which is his real name.
mhm.
But I mean, Yukon brings like a bottle of potency, and we tend to drink shots. And after every shot, we howl. It's kind of become a ritual.
Well, do they live on private property or in a complex? Because that's the thing. I have complex rules I need to adhere to as well.
Or it's in a complex. It's literally in a complex.
Lucky them. I must have like decent neighbors.
Yeah, I mean we stay there quite well,
Lucky.
and we leave at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes.
Sheesh.
But yeah, I mean like I'm wondering like what are you guys gonna do to maybe arrange more furry things in Cape Town, get pictures going, videos and so on and so forth.
Mm. There's the unfortunate issue that it feels like southern suburbs and northern suburbs aren't really working together. Like,
It's weird how Joburg and Pretoria work together even though they hate each other's guts.
I don't know.
Bella and those other people.
Yeah, I just
Alliance.
yeah, like I really don't, can't really comment on it because I mean it's strange that like there's I don't know. It's weird to find middle ground for some reason. Like and literal middle ground between those two areas. Like the only thing really is Canal Walk. And everyone just lives in small places, which
Fairburn?
What?
Fairburn?
What is Fairburn?
What about Fairburn? No, wait, Paro. No.
Yeah.
That's almost the annoying thing is that like everything between Belleville and like Cape Town,
Mhm.
like they're look I don't really want to say much about Paro, but I mean it's Paro,
Hmm.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
You
and
know.
yeah, again, part of the
It's
whole
it's
like,
literally Paro and all of that area is actually our Midrand. It's like the semi-industrial kind of like you drive in there and you just want to die just a little bit inside.
yeah, something like that. It's like, why am I here? Did I take a wrong turn somewhere? Either that,
Mm,
or you're like physically looking for something in that area, like I
yeah.
don't know, a body shop,
Or
or chop shop for
you
that
know,
matter.
half or yeah, chop shop or a factory store.
Hmm. Or
But
you,
yeah, I mean like I don't know, like eh, jeez, you guys, there's so many awesome things in Cape Town. And that's the interesting thing. I mean, like the big difference between Johannesburg and Pretoria and Cape Town is that in Pretoria, like or where we stay in Centurion, you go to a bar, and
hmm.
then the next bar is about like a K and a half away. And then the next bar is about a K and a half away. You go out in Cape Town, you literally just go to an area and there are like 20 bars in the road.
Hmm.
You've got Edward Street, you've got Long Street, you've got like bar hopping for days.
Bree
You
Street.
literally just park your car and walk
Yeah,
and get offered drugs every 5 meters. But okay.
yeah. Again, that's part of the thing. The inner city is not always the best place to do that kind of thing. It's fun. There's a lot of cool shit to do there during the day, but during the evening it
Yeah.
does get a little bit sketchy. And we speak
But I
from
mean that's
experience,
the
you
thing.
and I.
Yeah. Yeah. That evening was really really weird. I,
It
to a
was fun
small
though.
extent, never wished. I really wish that we never met. What was his name?
I don't know, and I don't care, and I'm not
Sister
gonna put it
Mary.
out here. I'm not gonna put
Sis,
it.
it was Sister Mary.
I don't fucking know.
Mm. But we're not like I mean details. But I mean yeah, just never wished that we met Sister Mary. We would have been maybe in better shape after that.
Mm.
Any case, so I don't know. Like what can you guys do? What are suggestions? I know that you guys are talking about having a camp.
Mhm. I mean, that would be nice. There's a lot of places we can actually go in the area between like driving a little bit
Who's
further up to like Citos Dal or something like that in that area, or anywhere along the beach or the coast.
Sure, why not? Camping on the beach, sandy.
On the beach, like you know what I'm talking about, like trailer
Mm.
standing space kind of thing, or caravan space.
Don't you guys still have that place in Elkrol?
Well, we do. If I can fit 8 people there, if I can narrow it down to 8 people there.
Or you can put out two camps, like two, like tents, or three tents
Then not
in the
allowed tents on
area.
the property.
Oh,
Yeah, dickish. Otherwise, I would have done it a while back.
yeah.
It's kind of crappy, but yeah. Like I said, there's still a ton of places we can go. Like, help
Mm.
George and Iceland's quite far away, but it's still like a nice
Mm.
outing for a week or so, or weekend even.
But yeah, what's it? Alof is thinking about putting up a camp. I know that there's been a lot of commentary on that going. Um,
Hmm.
sheesh.
Yeah, like we're organizing it, but again, it's this. Yep, getting all the groups of people involved would be really fun if we can do that.
Hmm. Mm.
Mm. We
If
are
you,
we are a bit of a clicky bunch, unfortunately.
mm.
Apparently.
Leeward,
Hello.
as community representative, you must have a couple of good ideas.
Um, Not really, but I've suggested a few places where
Mm.
Adolf can host that camp he was thinking of.
Yeah. He says he's
Uh,
funding it himself.
yeah, I don't think that's a great idea. I think it should be a come if you want, pay for yourself type thing.
Mm.
Because
Mm.
otherwise it's going to end up screwing somebody over.
Yeah.
And most probably the person hosting it.
Mm.
Yeah. Like Rakowin says, if you get Griff on board, there's like 5 to 8 people that will go with. I know that Griff is actually like a pretty awesome guy to be around.
He's nice.
Um, pretty stand-up guy as well.
Mm.
Like him. Mm.
Yeah, he's nice. And he lives like super close by to me, so.
Yeah, and What I heard, Dracius has come back into the fandom.
Yeah, he has in small doses, but he is there.
Uh huh.
But yeah, there's a whole bunch of people we can bring from this side, I believe, if we can find a place that's firstly if everyone's willing to sort of camp, because if we need to be able to find a place that can like at the drop of a hat get 2 more or 4 more places for a tent to stand, then that's fine. And that's
Yeah.
sort of what we need.
One of the things that we do
Mhm.
is we find like camping sites and things like that that are available within the Gauteng region, or
Mhm.
even like I mean, our last camp was it 150 k's away?
Mhm.
Yeah, we drove 150 k's out into Mpumalanga, and the camp was actually pretty damn ass cheap. It was what was it for Friday to Sunday? It was what was it, 50 rand per person per night.
Wow.
The place I suggested is also really cheap, and it's a campsite. It's 55 rand per person, and it's dog friendly. So basically, all you need is a tent and whatever you want to bring.
The thing is that like I mean, how do you? I understand like dog friendly and things like that, but I mean, how do you keep a dog from running around? Do they sleep in the tent with you?
Maybe.
You can tie a really long rope to a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an option. Like
Or
if
dog.
you.
Well, I don't know. No, I think in general, people who will go there will have dogs who are trained to stick around
Mm.
and
Or one of
come
those
when
like tiny,
called and all that.
or like a purse dog or something like that. For you
Yeah,
get those
just
kind
keep
Yeah,
it in
but
your
why
purse.
bring that to a campsite?
I know. I'm
It'll
just
be
saying.
full
Like,
of nothing but burrs by the time you guys are done.
mm,
Yeah, and pine needles.
Mm-hmm. Imagine
It will
having
look like
to
a little pincushion porcupine.
shame.
pork your dog.
Bar.
Porcine, yeah, did it, got it. No.
Okay.
Huh.
Well done on that one.
But yeah, I mean, like you guys are. There's a lot of stuff to do in Cape Town. I mean, like you guys have all the nature. What about like a hike?
We
You guys have like 300 mountains in the area.
we had that over the weekend.
We have
actually.
a hill.
There was there was something like that over the weekend, like the Kirstenbosch outing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it was like
Oh, you guys went to Kirstenbosch?
yeah, like a small outing. Maybe how many was it? 6 or 7 people. But
Uh-huh.
I think that was a little bit sort of poorly organized on our part. It wasn't posted on all the groups, all that kind of jazz. So yeah,
Mhm.
and if we can make more
Yeah.
stuff like that, I mean, hell, an outing to the aquarium or something like that might even be nice. The aquarium is pretty cool. I like fish.
Griff would actually be a good idea to just get him to do a work along.
Do a what? The what?
Hello?
To do a what?
Like a work along. I think that like Griff is good at like to get organizing and things like that. I think like, the only thing that needs to be done is organize.
Yeah.
Generally what we do is that build it and they will come.
Okay.
So we like like the team that works on it is Keldon and Dragon Wolf
Mhm.
and Dire Wolf and Wolfers.
Mhm.
Like the 4 of them generally do the Gauteng camping stuff and everything like that, and they find or we organize like amongst ourselves like where do we want to go next? Because one of the things that I think it was Dire Wolf's idea originally that said like we shouldn't go to the same place twice. We'd like to explore the area that we're in more often.
Mhm.
And I think maybe even the next time it might be nearby or in Mpumalanga.
Mhm. It's kind of far away.
I don't know. Like, there's that one place with the caves.
Kangu.
Yeah, we can go to the Cradle of Life, but isn't that in?
Cradle of Life is in the
Is it
East
in
Cape,
Limpopo?
is it?
Yeah, we can go there.
Oh, I don't know where it is.
There are many Cradles of Life apparently, because I know of a Cradle of Life that's just Cradle of Humankind.
Ah,
Yeah.
something like that.
But yeah, I mean, like, so, I mean, the Gauteng furs, we're expanding her horizons. We've gone into the Limpopo province, I think, twice now.
Nice.
We've gone just outside of Pretoria. I'm thinking, yeah, Mpumalanga actually sounds like fun.
What's good in
That's
Mpumalanga?
like desolate. Nothing.
Wow.
Most of the potholes are pretty good.
Potholes basically count as their own attraction.
That's the one thing that I I still remember in Cape Town, like potholes were not a thing in Cape Town.
They were not a thing in Cape Town. They are still
Like
not a thing.
literally, you guys like
I'm not.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Like you
talk
go
politics.
into a township there, and the place has no potholes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But I mean, I'm just saying, like potholes are they're none. There are no potholes in Cape Town.
Yeah.
Like one per 40 to 60 kilometer radius.
Yeah, and a little bit more around coastal towns, but that's
Obviously.
like purely a logistical thing. Like it's hard to get there,
Wow.
kind of vibe.
Mm.
But still, yeah. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of shit to
Yeah.
do around Cape Town. Hell, uh, I took an extended lunch and my roommate was on leave, and then we just decided to go into Cape Town, like find a weird place to lunch, get some good coffee, and go have a walk around the waterfront. And that was just like a nice day out. Kind of
Uh-huh.
thing. It was like 2-3 hours of tops. There's a bagel joint that I found
Mm-hmm.
while I was working in town, which is nice. New York
Mhm.
bagel.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's falling down now.
What's this now?
But yeah, hmm? No, I was just unplugging something which fell.
Okay.
Yeah. Woo. So yeah, I mean, like Leeward, like I don't know.
Sorry, I know
Like,
I'm
the
being
only
really
s-
quiet here.
no, that's the reason why I'm dragging you in by your feet. Um, like you mentioned a couple of things that you guys could do. Scratch has obviously come up with a couple of interesting ones as well. I know that like for me, going to the waterfront is always fun. Like
Mhm.
that was the first fur meet that I attempted to organize, and it was unfortunate that only one person pitched up, Rakuen.
Mhm. Hi,
Yeah,
Akron.
Rakuen was the only person at the one fur. I was like, yeah, hey guys, I'm coming down. I like, fuck, I was on a train. It took me an hour, like what was it, an hour and a half from Stellenbosch to get there.
Mhm.
It was in 2010,
Yeah, that's usually how long it
and
takes.
yeah, like took the train there. I'd seen that a whole bunch of people had said, "Yo, no, we're all coming," blah 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 blah. And I get there, and no one except for Rakuen, and like it was a fun night. It was a fun day. I think we went to Polana Bra House when it was still open.
Oh, Pilana.
We went to have sushi at Ocean Basket.
Oh, that's good. I
That
miss
sounds
Pilana.
fun.
But yeah, there is like a ton
Mm.
of stuff to do in
Rakuen says it was like a date.
town.
Kill me.
That'd be mean.
No, that was interesting. It was very very. What?
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. Any case, the lol. Uh, we've already invaded a Wimpy as well. Up here. The only issue is that we invaded a halal Wimpy.
Oh boy.
So
dear.
the bacon was making, and oh,
Oh, I'm saddened.
the food was great.
It's wimpy. Food's always kind of decent. I know a lot of people like shit on Wimpy for some reason. I love it. The food's good. The people are always friendly. The coffee's always nice. Don't know why people are down on Wimpy the whole time.
Is your audio my fault or your fault?
What's fault?
Like I hear you sort of talk for a while and then you go and carry on talking.
Might be your fault. You're lagging a little bit behind last time I checked. It does sound like you're a little bit
Okay.
behind
Shoot.
talk. Behind where we're supposed to be. But whatever.
Okay. Which is probably why the awkward silences happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Leeward, while
So
back
yeah,
you...
I mean like.
And there it is again.
Hmm?
Leeward, you mentioned about your fursuit while you were making the head. Like, what was the model that you settled on? You build like around a balaclava, or do a whole like hard hat thing, or what?
Sorry, you're breaking up a bit. Can you repeat that?
Oh, am I breaking up? Really? Shit, sorry. My bad.
Yes,
To
no,
me, I don't
fault.
know.
Yeah, okay, apparently my fault as well. Someone could be on the internet in my house. What was the model of the head that you were working on? Did you settle on, like, did you work around a balaclava, or did you make like sort of the hard hat design, or how did it work?
Okay, I started with a gutter mesh crown sort of structure
Mm-hmm.
and worked from there. So it's basically a hat that, well, okay, it's more like a helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the inside is gutter mesh, which you normally just use to line gutters so leaves don't get into it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's works really well to like basically just make a circle around your head and have a band going over the top of your head from one ear to the other, and yeah, you can if you stick two large pieces of foam on either side, you can use that as a base, and it's pretty much helmet shaped, except it's got parts on the front and back,
Mm-hmm.
like kind of like a welder's helmet.
Okay. Yeah, I
Oh,
understand what
okay.
you mean. And gutter mesh, I'm assuming you can find at like any garden store or something.
Yeah, I found the gutter mesh at um, the garden section at Builders Express.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to see you can find these
It's
materials a
pretty
little
easy
bit
to get
more.
hold of.
Yeah, good to see you can find these materials a little bit more readily than you can other stuff like freaking fur.
Yeah, fur I actually found in Cape Town fairly easily actually. There's a shop called Studio 47 House of Fashion Fabrics.
Mm-hmm.
They usually have a fairly diverse selection. Not that much, it depends on the season, but when I went there in winter, they had some nice selection. And I went there a couple of weeks ago, and they actually still had the exact same fur that I bought from them to make my suit. But out of fear that I might buy some, make something, and then want some more, and then there isn't any more in stock.
Mm-hmm.
I bought 3 meters of this stuff all at once. So now I have a garbage bag full of fur that I haven't used yet.
Yeah, well, at least you can
Wow.
find something in the color that you're looking for. Where the hell am I gonna find like navy blue, or not navy blue, like cobalt blue?
Yeah, well, at least my sauna has a pretty simple color scheme, so that's not really a problem.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm just trying to sort out some stuff here, like why the
Uh-huh.
connection's down. My bad. Um,
No problem. Yeah, no, that's actually pretty interesting, Leeward. Is there anything like where do you see your fursuit going from here? I mean, like after the head, and now you've got the legs going. Like, how are you gonna fur the legs? Are you gonna fur the legs?
Okay, well, the next things I want to do is well, first I want to redo my tail because it wasn't the best. It was the first thing I'd made, and it wasn't all that well designed. It just looks like a big hairy sausage.
hmm,
Sorry.
Then I want to finish the feet and then fur those. But for the feet, I'm gonna make it 2 parts. I'm gonna have like an overall um, pants slash vest piece, and then
Hmm.
the feet parts. And at that point, it'll be a full suit because right now it's just a partial because I've got
Uh-huh.
the head, tail, and arms.
hmm.
Uh, yeah, and from there, I'm not sure actually. I might just redo certain things that I'm not happy with, but at this point, I'll rather make new parts than fix the existing ones, because yeah, there's a saying my dad loves, which is better's the enemy of good,
Hmm.
which means if
Yeah.
you've got something that's good enough, rather settle for that than be nitpicky because you might end up breaking it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's why producers have a job. Like, you need to make sure that good is good enough before like trying to do more stuff or just try and get it to be like perfectionist.
Yeah, exactly. Rather say, okay, this is good enough. I'm going to do something else now.
Mm.
Because if
Okay.
you hem and haw forever, you're not going to get anywhere. It's just going to take forever.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hem and hoe. That sounds like fun.
It's not fun when you're like trying to actually work to a deadline though.
him and
Oh, me.
Well, whoever. Like for myself, I know I sometimes tend to overthink a bunch of things when I'm just supposed to like do the solution and get it done, and then yeah. Let's just say I end up having job tickets that last a little bit longer than I would like to, just because of the fact that I end up overthinking it, like trying to put in too much effort or too many new features and stuff like that. This is software development
Too
now,
much
by the
what?
way. Too many new features and stuff. That's software development now for you.
Sorry, you guys are breaking up on my end. It's
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
know. My bad.
is it both of us or is it him?
I think it's
I'm
me.
not
yeah, it's
necessarily
both
sure.
of you, I think.
Okay.
Probably
Huh.
me then.
Yeah, it's more scratch than Ivek.
Okay. Because you're coming in fine. Ours, or at least my side. Leeward.
Okay, I see on the chat that Tox asks what I would use for glowing elements. What I would suggest is you can make something out of a semi-transparent material, like maybe some sandblasted perspex or something like that, and um, have some LEDs on the inside,
Yeah.
like that. The light will refract internally, and you'll still have some light coming out of it.
Yeah, like those eyes. I think that's become like a thing these days when it comes to fursuits with like glowing eyes, and it's really really creepy.
Yeah, I've seen some with glowing whiskers, and they make the whiskers out of, I don't know, fiberglass or something, and with the LEDs on the inside of the muzzle, and then the ends of the whiskers glow. It looks really weird.
That's cool.
Probably fiber optics.
Yeah, fiber optic, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
What
really
was
cool.
it? I remember seeing. I saw a YouTube video the other day of a guy who actually has a movable tail that he controls with his paw movements.
Mhm.
Um, Jeez, what was it? What kind of engineer was he? Yes, no, he was a hydraulics engineer, so he actually got like a whole bunch of stuff for cheaper, I think, from his company.
Mhm.
And he actually worked it out that like he moves his paws in certain ways, or when he turns on the switch, he can make his tail wag and everything like that. Like, and it also moved on a vertebrate system.
Yeah.
So in other words, it moved individually. It didn't just move, side to side. It had little individual vertebrae in it as well, so it could actually curl, move upwards, move downwards, do everything.
That's really cool.
That's really cool. That actually sounds similar to a system I've seen in vanilla cosplay for someone who had made Ryuk from Death Note.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And as you know, he's got these enormous claw-like hands. So they made basically a skeletal giant hand with strings attached along the inside of the individual fingers, and you could attach them to your actual fingertips. And then if you wear black gloves inside those, they would move with your fingers. So as you pull your fingers into a fist, it would curl together, and when you straighten your fingers,
Holy
it
shit.
would come back out. It looked super cool.
That is way too cool.
Oh yeah. That is, oh my goodness, that's great.
So I imagine it would
yeah.
be a pretty similar system of rigging inside the tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen.
It's pretty similar. I think like we said, it was hydraulics that did it. Or not hydraulics, pneumatics.
Well,
I imagine you could do that pretty easily with rigging with string and such.
Yeah. He I heard from Doge now that it was both hydraulics and pneumatics that he used. He used like a combination of the two.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Huh.
That's something
no,
I'd
it was-
actually consider trying.
It's heavily intense.
I saw something similar with someone basically like 3D printing a tentacle that also had like rings like that, and each little segment in and of itself like sort of curled and uncurled the whole structure as you moved your hand. It was freaking cool. It was like this avant-garde version of prosthetics, where they would like replace your hand with like a tentacle.
That's pretty
What's
cool.
actually what's actually really amazing about wait, what was it? No, man, there was that other guy who actually did have a movable head. His tail, both he had his tail and his face. His face actually had like the fur was also moving as well, so he would be able to like move his mouth into a snarl. He'd be able to move his ears. He was able to make like very interesting facial expressions. He used the same thing with his eyes, I believe.
Hmm.
Yeah. So he had all of this stuff all rigged up and everything like that. I'm gonna try to find a video for that. But yeah, I mean like there's some interesting things out there. Things that like I probably would I think the last time I saw something as awesome as that I was at Disney World. And that was in
Yeah.
1996
You were at Disney World?
or 5.
World.
I was in Disney World.
You
Yeah.
were at Disney World?
We went to yeah. We went to
Lucky.
Epcot, we went to Disney World, we went to where else? We went to Orlando Studios, and then we also went to SeaWorld.
Wow. Lucky you.
Mm-hmm.
Going all the places.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what happened with my dad. I mean, like that's why he worked in foreign affairs.
Yeah, fair point. The furthest
Not to go to those places. But...
yeah, the furthest I've ever been out is Namibia, and that doesn't really count because they still accept our currency.
Well, I mean, and it's really interesting stuff actually. I mean, oh yeah, there were Leeward, that was Yote, and there was what was his name? What was her name again?
Nixie.
Nixie. Yeah.
Making
No,
costumes.
Nixie's also she's up here. Yote's also up here. Yote's costumes are really good nowadays. They've been making some really awesome stuff. Electric Cat made 2, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Umuntu, but I mean Umuntu has a suit. Rakuin mentions Umuntu. He's got a suit that he got from America.
Yeah, I think he had one made.
Yeah, he commissioned that one.
Yeah, it's a bloody good suit though. Holy
Mhm.
shit.
It is.
Yeah, Sticky also has a suit.
Mm-hmm.
That little weird, what's it, bear suit of his?
Oh, that's Sticky Fingers.
Yeah, Sticky Fingers. I remember that bear suit. I remember going out on Halloween with it.
Hmm?
Oh, did EC make it? Okay, I thought he made it.
No, he did make it.
Oh, he did make it. He might have helped with the head. We don't know. Yeah. I'm
What's
sorry.
that?
No, Doge is playing Final Fantasy. What is it? 12? 12. And he's like on one of the first missions, and he literally just like he fought a boss, and he just vanquished a rogue tomato.
Rogue tomato.
A rogue tomato.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's that.
gotta love Japan.
That reaction was very apt. Well done.
Ugh.
Mm.
I don't get
Rakuin
JRPGs.
says that they're. Huh. Yeah, obviously at the PE south-afrifur meet, there were 3 fursuiters there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's actually pretty good.
That's a lot.
Jeez, no, that's a lot of people.
Well,
But how many people did go? How many went there? Like 15, 16, 20?
no idea.
Yeah, no idea.
How?
But yeah,
Oh.
it's actually the dancing cacti that you fight in, and he's actually fought a couple of them. The wolves look bloody amazing.
Hmm.
Scary as fuck.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Oh, 3 suits by Electric Cat. I remember. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we talked with her about that a while back.
Yeah. She's. I think she went suiting once when she went out to a bar and did karaoke in it.
Oh, nice.
That's
Is that-
really cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, so that's the suiting community as well. We're actually beginning to build up a suiting community, which is like amazing. I mean, we've got Leeward, who's we're very happy to have you on, by the way.
Thank you.
We haven't said that yet. But yeah, I mean, like, so sausages aside, you're moving forward with your suit. It's actually beginning to look like it's supposed to.
Sorry,
Sue?
broken up. What was that?
I said sausages aside, like, is your suit
Oh yeah.
going the way that it's going, that you want it to go?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wore it to Stelcon last year in August.
Oh, cool.
And that was quite a hit. I had a lot of curious people asking for hugs and high fives. That was super awesome. And there was a cosplay competition, and they actually made up a prize just to accommodate my suit
Wow.
on the spot. Because I'm part of the Tabletop Game Society at Stellenbosch,
Oh, the
and
guild.
there was an inside joke. Yeah, the guild, and there's an inside joke among the D&D group, which I'm part of. One of the characters in our player characters is a dwarf called Edgar, and he's looking for his long-lost wife, Edgar. And he's also on a quest to find a certain gem called Edgar. So to him, everything's an Edgar. And when they were announcing the prizes for the cosplay competition, they said, okay, well, Edgar has found Edgar. And that was me, apparently. So I'm now Edgar.
Wow. Nice.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, it was nice to have an inside joke at the actual convention.
Yeah. No, I mean, like that's some pretty awesome stuff. I think maybe you should create a furry society in the Stellenbosch area if you're still going to study there.
I've actually finished my studies there.
Oh.
Not sure if I want to carry on or not, but at this point, not really. But yeah, I think it would be cool to create. I mean, you don't have to be a student to create a society.
Nope.
That's an interesting pun that Stargazing's serpent put up now, Stellenbosch.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I was actually discussing with a friend of mine about starting a Stellenbosch cosplay group that would be sort of semi-affiliated with the guild.
Mm-hmm.
That never really took off, but we're hoping to get that restarted. She's still studying there, and she's an avid cosplayer.
Yeah. I know that we have a cosplay group up here in Pretoria that I've heard about. And and they were actually the reason why there's a Facebook group now called ZA for Recals, just for like geeks and furries all together and things like that. And hasn't been a lot of activity on it recently, but I mean, yeah, I mean they've been trying to do something like that for a while now, and it's been interesting. I'm hoping that actually pushes through. If anything, I know that who else is involved in that scratch?
I'm unsure.
I can't remember his damn name. Not Raccoon. Starts with an R. No, it doesn't. He's going out with. Help me out here, Doge. Onyx.
Onyx Raven.
Onyx. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, I blanked on it for a second.
Yeah. So I mean, like, we might actually have him on the podcast at some point because he started doing like playthroughs and things like that, and I don't know, it'd be interesting to just sort of look through that kind of scene as well, the YouTube gaming scene. People have been doing things on there. Raccoon's been talking about starting his own podcast as well. So yeah, I mean that'd actually be pretty awesome. Onyx Ray. Yeah. So I mean, and I mean, like, the thing is that, like, you know, it's difficult to talk to somebody who's already been made, I guess.
In what sense?
And actually talking about like I mean, say you have PewDiePie on here. I mean, it's been ages since he'd started.
Yeah.
And it's actually kind of interesting to sort of follow people through their progression, rather than like, oh, you're famous now, we want to talk to you.
Yeah. Yeah, especially have some inside knowledge about like where they started, or you've been following them from like the way beginning or something like that.
And I think Sakul's also been doing his own gameplays now. He's playing what is
Dark
it?
Souls
Scratch?
2.
Dark Souls. Isn't it Dark Souls 3 now?
I don't know. No, he started a thread on the forum. I think it's
Yeah.
Dark Souls 2.
Mhm.
Mm.
I remember
Yeah.
Anpu was
So I mean,
also
like,
doing that as
there's
well, for a while as well.
Anpu is also, yeah, Anpu's been doing things for a while. I think he wants to go into like playing scary games
Mhm.
or create his own scary game, or I have no idea really.
Yeah, he's making something in Unity now. Or not Unity, Unreal Engine. He's gonna kill me if I say it's Unity.
Doge has asked a specific question. Does it involve roller coasters?
I don't think so. At least as far as I know.
There
it
is
doesn't.
actually a horror game that is there is a horror game based on a theme park.
Uh-huh.
I think it's called The Park, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah. Markiplier played it recently, or not too recently, around about like a couple of months back. Yeah. Iron Wolf Tempest also has his own YouTube channel.
Mm.
So we're actually kind of like getting out there, I think. Like media-wise, a lot of South Africans.
Mhm.
Those accents, man, we're getting them out there. Yeah.
Yeah, people have started getting wise to the accents.
Yeah. Just like it, bro. Ja, gaan het, man. Ja.
Oh.
Nee.
I'm not gonna try.
Horse, let's play.
Just like it, man.
Mhm.
Today we're gonna be playing Dark Souls.
Oh wait, have you seen the YouTube videos of the guy who's playing Skyrim as an Afrikaner? He's role playing an Afrikaans.
Where is this gorgeousness? What's the name? Where can I find it?
I think it's called Afrikaans Skyrim.
It's like I'm just gonna
Uh,
crouch around and sneak you, man.
there we
like
go.
the
Yeah,
stick
I'll
man,
send you a link. Yeah, I'll share a link on the
Ah, yes, please. All the
uh,
things.
chats.
All the things, please.
I'll share a link.
Excuse me for yawning. I didn't have a lot of sleep.
Yeah, so basically, he just runs around collecting beer and refusing quests and stealing random stuff.
And swearing.
Randomly
Yeah,
getting
pretty-
into a punch up with a guard.
Yeah, no, it's pretty funny.
Mm.
Just like it is a Draco. Kom on, stick him.
My fuck, kijkie. No, that. Oh, fuck, I want to see that.
Rust.
Is he playing
Those
in
of you guys
Afrikaans or
that
just
don't
like
know,
as an Afrikaans like boer?
Both.
Oh fuck.
He's
yes.
narrating in Afrikaans and role-playing an Afrikaner.
Okay,
Is it?
I'm gonna
Oh.
put that on my list.
Huh. Afrikaans Skyrim, you say?
Yeah, I sent a link on the first stream chat.
Thank you for putting it there.
Reef TV. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna watch this as soon as I'm gonna let this load.
Yeah.
Huh.
The only
Sure.
lit
We went live again for some reason.
live. Did we like kick out and restart or something?
It seems like at 9:07.
Mm, that's weird. Yeah, there might have been a few dropped frames in
It
between.
has 70. Scratch?
Yeah.
The Skyrim in Afrikaans has 70 bloody episodes.
Okay, that's my week sorted.
Yes, like it. That's gonna be interesting.
uh,
Thank you, Raven, for your Raven.
Leeward,
Fuck, I'm sorry, Leeward.
thank you for your contribution to my week.
Pleasure.
But yeah, this is definitely something that we're gonna look into.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Fun
What else to
buckets.
talk about? Raven, what do you want to? God damn it, Leeward.
Okay, well, one thing I want to mention is that
Yeah.
when it comes to art and messing around with templates and bases, you will find millions of bases and templates for wolves, dragons, cats, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And you basically never ever find bovine ones. So when I found out about Fur Villa, you've probably heard of them on for Affinity. They just make a whole bunch of bases,
Mm-hmm.
and they have like 100 different species or something in there. And I looked through all of them, and not one bovine. I mean, they have 3 different kinds of birds. They have 2 kinds of deer and an antelope, and all sorts of different things.
Do they have a giraffe?
No, but they have a Dutch angel dragon. So
Yeah, well, I mean, Dutch angel dragons are pretty, like,
okay, they have
easy to
bats.
find.
They have 2 types of bats.
Mm-hmm.
They have a whole bunch of random species, and yet they don't have a bovine. So I'm actually splicing together the deer, the horse, and the lion for the tail to make myself a Furvilla base.
Shit.
Yes, I
Fair
think
enough.
they do have I think they even have a raptor.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Even the dead things get more love. The
They don't have
extinct things.
bears,
They have
Apparently.
rabbits.
They must have bears.
but they don't have bears.
They do have bears.
I mean, come on. Oh, Raven said that she couldn't find one. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, come on! Like, how difficult is that?
Apparently very for some people.
I mean, it's the oh my moment. Like, literally. Like, I want to have an oh my fursuit.
Hmm.
Just a complete oh my fursuit. I think that just means that I just have to dress up as what's his name? The guy who does that?
Uh,
That
was-
my.
oh, George Takei.
Who's that?
William Decay.
George
Yeah,
Takei.
yeah,
No.
Decay.
I thought you
George
meant
Takei.
I thought you meant the person who goes lions and tigers and bears. Then you have to dress up as Dorothy.
Well, I could always dress up as Dorothy. I've always wanted a cross dress.
Is
Wait,
it?
what?
Is it Dorothy? Was it? Where did that come
I
from?
think it's Dorothy. No, wasn't it?
It-
Lions and tigers
It
and bears.
it is
Wasn't
from
Lions
from
and tigers? It is from there, yes.
yeah from the
Maybe
Wizard
it's
of
the
Oz.
Tin Man who started it.
Yeah, it's before they meet the lion. Yes. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Yet not mad yet. Anyway.
Yeah, it's just before they get to the lion. The artist is Jasmine Sullivan.
Ooh.
The album Fearless, released in 2008. Nomination: Grammy Award for Best Female R&B Vocal Performance. I don't think I've got the right one.
Apparently not. Where did R&B fit into all this?
I don't know. There's a Jasmine Sullivan has, in fact, sung a song about lions and tigers and bears, like a rap song.
Yay.
Yeah, Scarecrow and Tin Man. Lol. Rad Pandas, Ultimate Free Reference Sheet. Leeward, there's a cow in there.
Let me see. Is this the one I've already tried? Because I'm pretty sure I tried that one. Yeah, that's the one I tried. No, they have a cow. They have ears. They have horns and all that, but they don't have ears that go well with the cow horns. Like they have the
Oh.
horns, but they don't have ears that go with it. Like all of them are either too high or too angled or yeah. Like the best match is the Sergal ears, which are much too long.
That's
But
weird.
yes.
Ooh, I know what would be awesome ears for you.
Hmm?
Put on a pair of fennec fox ears.
No, I tried that. They're too far up. They need to be on the
Aw.
side, under the ears. I mean, under the horns. Sorry.
Deer ears?
Hmm.
Antelope?
No, those would probably
Gazelle?
work, I suppose.
Gazelle ears?
No, I tried those. They're on top of the ears in the front view.
Okay, kudu. Blue wildebeest.
Wait, hang on. Let me re-download this thing because I'm pretty sure I've tried those ears.
And Tox is back. Yeah. Crap.
What?
Scratch.
Hmm?
How are you? How are you?
Excuse me. I'm okay. What are these reference sheets exactly in like pertaining to? Specifically making suits or like like mixing a reference sheet together or what? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Can you guys hear me?
Hello, Leeward. Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry, I asked like these reference things. What do they exactly pertain to? Is it like sort of cobbling together your own reference sheet based on it, or is it for
Yeah, pretty
suiting
much.
specifically? Oh, okay.
No, it's just for making basic reference art.
Okay, I see now.
Well, for a really nice cow, you can go to EC.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of
Oh.
commissioning some art for uh, reference sheets because I've tried drawing my own and it's never quite what I'm looking for.
Mm. It's always a bit difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I haven't drawn in ages.
And I mean, yeah, I mean your ears under the
Under the
horns.
horns. Yeah. No, see, I just tried with that link Raven kindly provided, and yeah, same problem. The ears are on top of the horns in the front view, which looks
Can't you
really
flip
stupid.
them?
No. Well, I suppose I can try. Let's see that.
'Cause when you flip them downwards, it looks like. So maybe try flipping them downwards.
Maybe that'll work.
What do you look like when you're surprised? Do your ears go up?
Okay, I just tried flipping them on that refuge and that looks retarded, so no. That doesn't work. No, with my character surprise, I guess they just go slightly up and backwards. Because they're generally pretty floppy. I mean, when a Labrador is surprised, his ears don't suddenly go up.
They twitch though.
Yep, they like fold backwards.
Just imagine, like, if they really get surprised, they just like pop upwards these massive ears.
Huh?
Done. Like biggest flop ever.
Like basset hound ears where they can actually trip
Yeah,
over
so
them.
we're about 5 minutes.
Poor things.
Yeah, basset dog. Imagine a basset getting like upset, like really, really, really surprised and doing that ear thing, but they're already standing on them.
Yep, basically it's just make them face plant.
I can actually imagine it flips itself over. Like does this like barrel roll. Do a barrel roll.
Ugh.
Anyway.
Yeah, we're about at the end of this thing.
So 5 minutes left of the podcast. Shall we do our thanking and everything like that?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, thank you again, Leeward, for joining us. We're sorry for like sort of jumping this on you the way that we did.
Sorry, I'm so awkward with the silences and stuff.
It's really not that bad. Don't worry about that. But yeah, thank you so much for giving us a little bit of insight into how you make your sort of fursuit and things like that. And maybe just pop a link to your site. I'm pretty sure that you post a lot of photos of it and things like that.
I actually have a second Facebook page in which I have a lot of photos of my suits at StelCon. Let me post a link in the stream. There
we go.
Yeah, that takes you to my profile. There's quite a few photos of StelCon last year in there.
I'm going to pop that into furry.fm. Scratch, you're going to put that onto our YouTube site, yes?
Yes, my lord.
Jeez.
I also have a DeviantArt page that
Uh-huh.
anyone cares.
Oh, we'll put all
Oh, we
this
all
up on
care.
we'll put this up on YouTube as well.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
There it is. That is the wrong place. Whoops. Why? I just posted into our Skype chat. I'm sorry. The Facebook post is no longer available. It may have been removed or... Okay.
Huh?
No, no worries. Um, Figure that out later. But yeah, we'd like to thank you guys for having a listen to the south-afrifur podcast. I'd like to thank Omnivore or Raven for listening. Kink, NZA, Rakuin, Ironwolf Tempest, Tox, Stargazing Serpent, Arashi, Tonight.
Cape Fox.
His name is Tonight. Cape Fox. There were a couple of other people. Gail was listening earlier. There was... I am scrolling up now. Who else was here that I saw that was here? I think, yeah, no, it was definitely Tonight that was listening at one point. And yeah, the people from furry.fm, thank you guys for listening as well. We really appreciate your listenership as well. We'll put this up onto YouTube if you've missed out on a little bit of this. It should be up within the hour of us actually finishing this off.
If
yeah,
if there are any audio problems, I apologize. We're having a little bit of teething issues with a new OS setup that I'm having. So yeah, I see in chat now they're like, oh, where's the audio? There's some teething issues and possibly something taking my network away from me. So taking my bandwidth away. So hopefully it'll sort itself out, or I can get it sorted out by the end of the week.
And yeah, so I mean, if you guys just remember that furry.fm and Firststream both have their own Patreon accounts as well. So if you're ever willing to, you know, contribute there, they're the reasons why we're actually on air the way that we are. So yeah, just, you know, donate where and when you can. And yeah, is there anything else I should be saying, Scratch?
Nope.
We'll definitely be looking at Cape Town for more things. Please and thank you, because we can't have all the fun up here in Johannesburg. And it's always good to see more pictures of furries out having a good time. I know that Ironwolf Tempest took a video of last night's hijinks, one of them involving the Blackbeard's piss, which is a drink that I've created that nobody should actually be drinking.
Yep, definitely.
But if you haven't been, yeah, it's pretty bad. It's, yeah, a shot of tequila, a shot of Jägermeister, and a beer. Pretty much, what's a Black Label?
Regardless,
yes,
it's gross.
Talk says that there is something that I should be saying. And on that nutshell, no, it's not nutshell, is it?
Bombshell.
Is it on that bombshell?
Bombshell.
Is it?
Bombshell.
No, can't be bombshell. No, it's not. It's definitely not on that bombshell.
Yes, it is.
And on that bombshell, yeah. On that bombshell, we're gonna see you guys next week. Oh yes, we do have Tempo Kun joining us again next week. Who has, yes, that's something that I want to talk about. Tempo Kun, a guy who's been on our podcast every now and again, has in fact been voted for a Ursa Major for his book. I can't remember the name now. Sorry.
Overtime.
Hold on, wait.
Was it Overtime?
Windfall. Yes. So, guys, if you want to vote for it, voting is open for the Ursa Major Awards. Tempo is there, and we're all going to vote for him. And that's going to be epic. So yeah, we'll definitely see you guys next week. Tempo will be joining us next week as well. We're going to be talking about the Ursa Majors and sort of the process that's going on with that and how that actually works. I know that there is probably an article that Raccoon has written about the Ursa Majors at one point, or if not him, somebody else from
Flavor.
Flavor, yeah. But yeah, so there should be some interesting information there. You could also actually go to the Ursa Major site and have a look at some of the winners beforehand. One of the other people that we had on here won the Ursa Major quite often. Cal Gold, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Cal Gold. Whoops. My brain is gone today. I'm terribly sorry, guys. But yeah,
Apparently.
we'll see you guys next week. And yeah, on that bombshell, because my brain is not working. Cheers.
Yeah, we'll see you guys
From my
around.
side.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you for having me.
It's always a pleasure. Man. See you around.
Yeah, we'll definitely have you on again sometime if you guys have anything interesting to talk about from Cape Town.
Yep. We will make something
Yep.
interesting to
So
talk
hopefully
about.
something soon. Yes,
Okay. just
we can all talk about the drunken nights.
and camping and falling into tents.
Huh.
Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.